Good afternoon to you and welcome to another day when we go through the markets to look for opportunities. As always, we are here again. It's the 16th day of September 2025 and all we do is get through and look for legitimate means of making money. Thank you very much for joining from wherever you are. It's been a fantastic experience in the capital markets in Nigeria, and hopefully we continue to find opportunities for ourselves. It's always been a marathon and never a sprint. And so here we go again, another day to look for opportunities. As always, I am your wealth creation enthusiast with a passion for helping individuals and organizations build wealth via investing in the capital market and the money markets. By so doing, growing their personal and corporate net worth legitimately. And we've been on this for several months, and if you like, up to 3 years now, and it's just gathering more steam by the day. I'm receiving updates and feedbacks that really excites me, and I'm glad to be here again. Thank you for joining. For everyone who is a part of this from wherever you are connected, on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, we are really excited to give it another go today. And so, as always, we go through the processes of running this 2-hour live stream. The first 1 hour, I'll be taking your comments on the comment section, but that's after I must have gone through the review of trading activities as it happened yesterday in the Nigerian exchange. And then we proceed with the calls by 1 p.m. Nigerian time, when calls shall be entertained in trading yesterday. But before then, let me also introduce our co-hosts, talking about Maobi, Benita, Gratitude Boss. They will be also the moderators in this live stream, helping to respond to a lot of your questions. Our determination is to see that we respond to as many questions as possible and entertain calls as much as we can within the 2-hour window. That's why 1 full hour is dedicated to taking your comments. Please call us, do well to call in on time so that we don't leave some of your calls unattended to. And of course, as always, the stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it has surprised us with quick profits here and there. Do not come into the market with a gambler's mentality, otherwise you get frustrated. It is a legitimate means of growing capital for individuals and corporate organizations. That's why it's called capital market. Because when you, as an individual, invest in stocks, you are building your net worth and therefore making yourself eligible to fund your own projects. Some of you are not interested really or passionate about the job you are doing right now. Investing from your salaries could build you the capital required to go into private business in any sector that you are more passionate about. And that's how companies also come to the stock market to raise capital, to increase their working capital, to expand their capital base, just as you have heard that is going on with the banks based on CBN's directive to increase their capital base. So that word capital market means a lot, not only to the companies, but also to the individuals. You must understand it this way. And if you do, then you'll be recording some of the successes that we have recorded. I don't tell you about my private businesses and so on that I'm involved in, but I can assure you, by consistently investing in the capital market for 27 years, most of the business I'm involved in fully funded from my investments. So you are building, just beyond money, a war chest of wealth, and that's what I am here to share with you. So if it's working for me, then it should be working for you. And from the feedbacks I'm getting, it's really already working for us. So off we go to activities in the stock market yesterday. The Nigerian exchange expanded with the all-share index gaining 79 basis points due to bargain hunting in Bua Foods, GTCO, and Unilever Nigeria, among other gainers. The stock market actually opened the week on a strong positive note as key market performance indicators advanced by 0.82%. We're talking about stocks like Living Trust, Unilever, Bua Foods, Chams, and other companies across various sectors, helping to determine the performance of yesterday. There was renewed demand, effectively moving prices upwards. Specifically, the all share index added 1,155.32 basis points to close at 141,701 points. Okay, market capitalization of the NGX rose by 704 billion naira to close at 89.6 trillion naira, supported by renewed buying interest in some stocks that recently declined. You see, so the momentum continues today. The market activities were up as at yesterday with total volume and total value in the range of 25.46% and 47.58%. In terms of volume, UAC led the activity chart, accounting for 12.11% of the total volume of all traded stocks, and followed by Regal Insurance 10.32%, Access Corporation 6.8%, Lasaco 5.9%, and Chams 5.88%. Talking about volume traded, top volume traded. Geregu Emari, the most traded stock in terms of value, accounting for 42.69% of the total value of all trades executed on the exchange. That's a big one. Talking about the level of transactions. Maybe a majority stakeholder in Geregu must have offloaded to a new entrant. Living Trust topped the gainers chart yesterday, appreciating 9.96%, trailed by E-Transact gaining 9.7%, Regal Insurance 9.64%, Northern Nigerian Flour Mills 8.62%, Unilever 8.41%, and Multiverse 7.83%. 30 stocks lost yesterday according to data from the exchange. Mark Nichols was the top loser with a price depreciation of 9.9%, trailed by Honeywell Flour 9.13%, Omatech 1.22%, Sterling 4.43%, and First Holdco 2.53%. Market breadth eventually was positive as 31 gainers recorded against 30 losers. That's the much I can take to save us time as we progress to your comments. Remember, all the views expressed in this live stream are entirely mine and personal, not a recommendation. So please do your due diligence as we proceed to take your comments from all fronts. Right? Hit by 300,000 plus units of Jais Bank shares. It's a new milestone for me. Thanks, Coach B-Bass. I love to hear such feedbacks. You know, sometimes you don't know how far you can go and how high you can actually push, but before you know it, things are happening and you begin to wonder, is this me? Well, that's what we are all about. This community is here to drive you and to push you to become your best, to realize your biggest potential. You may think it's impossible, but if you have started your 1 million shares challenge, that's a big plus. It means you are receptive to growth, and definitely you will grow. You will be amazed what that will do for you. Every day I keep thinking about it. It looks so easy, sounds so interesting, but until you get involved, you don't know how powerful it is. You suddenly feel greater than you ever did as far as your finances are concerned. Thank you very much, Briskila, Agwo, Alice, Johnson, Kende, Prestige, Victoria, all on YouTube. Appreciate your presence over there as well. And Victoria asks, good day, Coach. My respect and appreciation from Zurich, Switzerland. You are a blessing to me. Thank you very much, Victoria. Appreciate this wonderful feedback. Please, I would love to join your Discord channel, but I do not have an Instagram account and do not intend to have one. Prestige, you have no problems whatsoever. You are able now to communicate on YouTube. Therefore, just go and make a comment on any of the latest videos regarding your request to get the link to join on Discord, and I'll forward to you right away. Thank you very much. Good morning, sir. Great seeing you, sir. You look awesome today. God bless you richly. Ernest Igugu, I appreciate you. God bless you too. A Jobman Fashion Home says, good day, coach. Please, what does December festive season hold on the stock market, sir? Basically, historically speaking, December period is always a down season. It's a buyer's market, if you ask me, because stock prices drop seriously by that time. Keep the comments coming in. The screens are not scrolling too fast, and then at some point they get frozen and stop scrolling. So you may want to please do well to keep repeating your comments, especially so that I can be able to respond quickly. Good day, coach. I don't know if I should FOMO on Chams because it has refused to retrace. Floyd, I will check for you and give you immediate feedback regarding Chams, as is the case right now in the market. Yesterday it went so high as though it will never be seen again. Today it's available and you can buy Chams. I'm seeing it at 3 naira 15 kobo. This Chams continues to be a mystery. Maybe the person who is always offloading his Chams or her Chams was not in the market yesterday, and so when the supplies dried up, the stock price jumped, and now I'm seeing it available at 3 naira 15 kobo. Hopefully it gets better from here for anybody who is still interested in getting into Chams. All right, currently 3 naira 15 kobo, having closed at 3.45 yesterday. We saw how it was a full bid and all of those, but we'll see how it goes going from here. Okay, all right, we keep going as I keep taking your comments. Is Chams a good buy at current price? Lord Locks is asking. I think it's a good buy at current price, and please go ahead if you like. I am aware that YouTube has gone off due to a switch in network connection. Never mind, just stay on there. It will come back on and you will be back on the live stream. Chams, like I said, is a good buy from what I see. I'm trying to check what the bid and offer status is right now. We'll see. I'll give you updates very, very soon. Just give me a few minutes while I continue to take other comments. Coach, did Chams extend the rights issue? Yes, I mentioned that yesterday and also posted it on my YouTube and on my Twitter and Instagram handles. Chams closure of the rights issue is now postponed to 26th of September. So enough time for anybody who couldn't have been able to meet up the last Friday's closing closing date. Okay, so let's keep going, let's keep it fresh, and let's keep flying. All right, keep the comments coming thick and fast. Hello, it says, hi coach, can I start 1 million buy with Chams? Diomatoni, absolutely. For whatever reason, whatever it is responsible for Chams dropping back to, okay, it's gone up to 3 naira 39 kobo. I was talking about Chams, saying how it dropped to 3.15 today, but price has changed now to 3 naira 39 kobo. 50 million naira has been spent on Chams alone this morning, and we see how that goes. Good day, coach. Please, between Zenith and Fidelity, which should I pick for capital gains, short-term play? That's quite tricky. Both of them will give you capital gains short term, but I think Fidelity has the most potential if they declare an interim dividend as we anticipate. But if they fail to declare an interim dividend, that's when that may not fetch you any capital gains. Otherwise, it offers the best option for capital gains. All right. Okay, keep the comments coming in, ladies and gentlemen. We make progress from here. Coach, what do you think about Open Door? Well, I remember buying Open Door twice, $3.58 or so, and then it dropped to $2.55. I bought more, and then what do we have? Open Door jumped to 10 last week. I've not still checked what's happening with it. The CEO is being very bullish about the stocks, the company, and they've even also offered compensation, mouth-watering compensation if the company hits certain milestones. I think a few years from now, I think 2030 or thereabouts. Currently, it's at $9.49. Open door, I should think the best thing to happen is for it to pull back a little bit. We saw how it gained 178% in the last 1 month and 484% gained so far this year, January till date. You may want to wait for a little pullback before you take a long-term position. Just make sure that you do not chase a moving trend, especially now that it's just trying to resettle on a new platform. Talking about a new support level. I'm seeing it trying to establish a fresh support, but in pre-market it's still at $9.77. So looking really attractive up till now. And I haven't sold mine, even though I'm about over 100% in profit already. Hi coach, will it be wise to double up on Aradel or do 1 million JAEs? If you have not, I think it's easier to do your 1 million challenge anytime, and you are not satisfied with your Aradel position, then go ahead for your Aradel. That's the best move now, so that Aradel doesn't get out of hand and you are unsatisfied with the volume that you have. So stack up on your Aradel, come back to the market, and you'll be able to find some good plays regarding the 1 million challenge. For a mid-cap stock, how does CWG compare with TIP? IPO and rights issue in view, assessing fundamentals and future growth. Also, your take on the DeFi technology. Okay, first things first, CWG versus TIP. As far as I'm concerned, going forward with what is happening with TIP, I will go for TIP all the way. Never mind, TIP is the cheaper option yet, but the potentials are so much because they are in a market that I can't find any quoted company in right now. And they've continued to break new grounds, secure new contracts. For CWG, most of what they do, they already have competitors, and though very good also with regards to the current price and the future, but not much information is out there for everyone to know exactly how far they'll be going with their future. So I would go TIP instead of CWG, right? CWG has competitors in the form of Chams as well. They are all in the same sector, computer or ICT sector of the Nigerian exchange. You have Chams, CWG, eTransact, NCR, Triple G. I've already mentioned 5 on the go. So much more competition compared to TIP that is actually in a niche market and has been solo all along. Coach, what do you think about Open Door? Responded to that. Please, can I use Bamboo to start my stock purchase? A Dynasty. Absolutely, you can use any platform you want, but just make sure you do your findings, ask questions in groups to confirm. We're not here to talk down on any platform. Everyone is at liberty to use whatever they are happy with as we progress. This is actually even a public live stream, so we've got to be careful with our feedbacks regarding these operators in the market. Is UACN a good buy? Oluwa TT. UACN is a very good buy if you ask me. Anytime, any day, going by the current price that it's been going for so far. And it's looking like all I've been saying is now happening, because as we speak, UACN is on the move. It's beginning to gather momentum from what I am seeing, and it can only even get better. All of the lethargy of the past few weeks seems to be gone. Trying to check to see what the current status is, because before coming live, I noticed UACN is now looking great. Just a moment, I will try to come back to you. regarding the information I need to fetch as far as UACN is concerned. But before then, let's keep going with other comments. Hi coach, will it be wise to double up? Okay, I've responded to that. Massinet says, coach, what's your best entry for RT Briscoe? Well, anything under 3 naira 50 kobo, that's a very good entry for me, if you ask me. And I would also check that out, but let me check the one I was talking about, UACN. Now, UACN currently is at 17 naira. You see that? The momentum is building up, and I'm seeing that all of those supplies that we've been seeing all along is drying up gradually. And now we have 1.6 million bids versus 774,000 offers. And that means that UACN is now higher than yesterday's closing price of 67 naira 15 kobo. However, someone just threw in a trade at 68 naira 25 kobo. I'm thinking the person does not know that the seller is unaware, perhaps, that the lowest bid in the market currently is 70 naira. And I won't be surprised if that person is using an app that doesn't give an update of the current price, because with 1.6 million bids versus 700,000 offers, you know that the pressure is on the buyers and not the sellers. So whoever has sold at 68.25, anyways, just about 400 shares that were traded. And then for RT Briscoe, I'll check immediately and give you the current update regarding bid and offer status. It's currently 3 naira 30 kobo, so that's not a bad price. The bids are more, 3 million bids versus 1.7 million offers for RT Briscoe. The 3 naira 30 kobo is the same closing price of yesterday, right? So you can bid about the same price and not be in too much of a hurry, because it doesn't look like the buyers are in a hurry, even though the bids are higher. All right, on to YouTube family to see if comments are going on there. Well, YouTube still haven't connected for whatever reasons, but we hope that it connects. We do not anticipate any challenges, so just stay patient. It's showing excellent connection on the dashboard on YouTube. We'll make progress from here. Keep your questions coming in. I'll be with you to respond. Okay? Good day, coach. Between Chams, Tips, and LLX, which one can I start with for my 1 million challenge? Adedayo, Ajilore. Between Chams, Tips, and LLX, I'll go with Chams, then afterwards, quickly with Tips. Yes. What about Tesla, UCJBL? I don't like recommending stocks when they have jumped, because most often it becomes a trap and you don't want to get stuck in a particular company after going high. It's better to be in a stock and patiently stay there until you experience a jump and then you sell, than take fresh funds and start chasing a stock that just experienced a jump. Normally, it attracts attention when it jumps, and that attention may see to a bit of sustained upward movement. But those are those are fresh funds just coming in, and those who have held it for long will see it as an opportunity to sell. So you may just go and buy. At the moment you buy, it starts dropping because of the sell pressure, right? Hello, coach. Please suggest stock to buy and sell. So what happened with Tesla, if I may recall? I also made a post about it on Instagram. Yesterday, it was revealed that Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla, actually bought $1 billion worth of Tesla. It was reported he did that purchase on Friday. So filing reports show that he bought those stocks after the company promised him a compensation package, a reward of $1 trillion if Tesla hits certain milestones some years from now. I think, is it 2030 or 2035 or something like that? So he went ahead to express his confidence in the company by buying $1 billion worth of Tesla. So with that move, when the news came to the market, many other more people had to jump in and took position. Coach, I need link to a platform to trade stocks. What stocks do you mean? Actually, MRG's world. I am not able to share any link here, so you may want to follow me on Instagram, send me a DM for such a request. And then if it's a Nigerian stock or a foreign stock, I can recommend. Eukarya Uzo says, good morning, coach. 1 million shares completed. Asset Chams, congratulations. I have very fast people who are eager to grow. And I'm really excited that so many people have keyed in and are really taking action. I love to see that. Okay, what will happen is I will shut down the YouTube window and restart on a clean slate because we do not want to leave the YouTube family out of this. All right, so we keep going, stay connected, stay informed, and hopefully we achieve what we want, right? Someone sent me a text to buy a rights issue yesterday. Is it a fraud? Fit Meal Mentors, please confirm. What rights issue are you referring to? There are various rights issues in the market, talking about TIP rights issue, which has not opened, but the current ones open in the market are that of Chams and UBA. Okay, what can you say about Tesla? Well, I've said all I needed to say. Good day, coach. I didn't receive my dividend from Transcorp Hotel. Glory Udume. What you can do is email the registrars of Transcorp Hotel to search them out. Just Google search them, and then you will be able to find them. All right. Coach, please, what's your view on NPF Microfinance Bank? My view is they've been a very consistent dividend paying stock, quite ignored by the market for a long time, but okay to take a long-term position if you intend to invest. However, also check the dividend yield in case you are a dividend player. They've been actually good with the dividend, and I think the best thing to do, best way to play that stock is wait for the cheapest entry price and then you get in. All right. Coach, please talk about MRX. That's from Kakabot. This thing has jumped. It keeps going down. Should I still hold or step out? Oh, really, MRX? Well, post-dividend drop is always the case with these companies. Marex Group, let's see. It dropped yesterday, but it's looking like it will recover from what I see in pre-market. Okay, I'm seeing that it hasn't moved too much, and that's one thing with dividend stocks. The American investing public are not very excited with dividend stocks because they feel that the dividend is a replacement of the capital gains that the stock can make. And so any dividend stock you are holding, experience tells me, if you are investing in the US market, just make up your mind on whether you are going for dividend or growth. And if you're going for dividend, then be rest assured you may not be seeing too much capital gains. The American public has this mentality that any company paying dividend consistently do not have any much to grow, because those ones that don't pay dividend actually reinvest the capital back into the business to make it more valuable. So those ones for capital gains are the ones you go for. For instance, a lot of people hear Tesla all over again, but they are not aware that Tesla doesn't pay dividend. They've not thought about it, that Tesla doesn't pay dividend. So those are the kind of stocks that jumps and so on. So if you are going dividend, then you take your mind off capital gains. If you are going growth, then you be sure that you will not see dividends. So that's the way the American market is. I'm seeing the chart for MRX now. No capital gains in the last 6 months. In fact, it's dropped 9% in 1 month, 7% in 5 days, 2% yesterday. But it's looking like in pre-market, it's trying to gain to recover that yesterday's loss. So not much, you know. And year to date, January till now, is 4% is gained. But you know what? Consistent dividend payment is there. So that's the way the market operates in the US. Unlike here, where we are dividend chasers, where the dividend is, where the money goes. Except for a stock like NIDF. Now that NIDF begins to now behave like the American stocks. It's consistent in dividend, price not moving. But like I said, should rates continue to drop in the money market and institutional investors, especially pension fund administrators, make up their mind, they may find a way to move money into a stock like NIDF, and that will automatically drive the price higher. I'm not a prophet, but when I say these things, they end up happening and we begin to wonder. I've not heard any information at all, I'm just telling you scenarios that could play out. All right? Keep your comments coming in. So Chams Fit Meal Mentors, it's not a fraud. Chams actually extended their rights issue closure date. Instead of last Friday, it's now going to close on the 26th of this month. Success Mindset says, Atlas has been frustrating me lately. I transferred funds since yesterday, yet to be credited. Okay, use all their platforms. Let me check if they are in, so that I think they also promised that they were going to do the instant confirmation of transfers. They are still working on it, I guess. That's why it's not been activated yet. I've not heard any other information about that. They are not on the queue, so hopefully if they come on the queue before we shut down today, you may be able to discuss with them. Good day, coach. Which stock should I purchase for my 1 million challenge and intend to hold for 3 months? It looks like we will keep repeating ourselves over and over because some of you don't go back to watch those videos that we make. It makes us we are almost like a broken record. Every day we call, we want to list the same stocks, the same over and over. Unless you are just coming, and if you are just coming, you'll be wondering, you won't know what 1 million challenge is. But if you knew about it, we've been talking about what stocks to buy. The simplest thing to do is to just take down the notes of those stocks as been mentioned severally, right? Or you put it down on your notepad in your phone. So when you are ready, you do your analysis of which is best to enter at the time you want to start. So that we don't keep going back and forth. Every day we are talking about what stocks to use for your 1 million challenge. We've said it severally, all right? You have to help me. Some people come and be asking, what stock should I buy in the US market? Give me 3 stocks to buy, 5 stocks to buy in the Nigerian market. I have 2 million. Those things, the whole information is in the video. You are not watching. And I can't get more information for you if I have to go and start responding to everybody. Unless you are in a paid session. And then you want to do 1 or 2, you need certain attention. I can't respond by just chat. Some of the things you are asking for, you should enroll for the 1 hour quick strategy session. We sit down, hear you out, and then based on what you want, strategize with you, and then you fly. Not everything can be done on the spot and for free, honestly speaking. We've done a lot, put out a lot there. Go and get the information. That's how it's supposed to be. I've noticed if you decide to be spoon-fed, you make mistakes and you won't grow. That's the bad side. You will never grow. But you see, when you start trying to look for information and all that, then it's easy. Yes? How much is the class? George Zadi, 1 hour quick strategy. You can send me a DM. It's not, I don't even have sufficient time to meet up, so I'm not advertising it really. If you really want to, just ask on the chat, on my DM on Instagram. I'll forward the link to you on the website to where you can make payment and enroll. It's very simple, straightforward, but it's not the purpose of being here, you know. If not, I would, from beginning to end, I would be advertising. The truth is, I am running out of time, seriously. I'm still struggling, right? Nothing much comes from spoon feeding, okay? That's from OJ. Everybody just needs to dig in and do the little you can when we supply all these informations and platforms. Somebody's asking, what platform should I use to? Is Bamboo okay, or is this one okay? Come to the group, join Network Investors Club. If I'm not able to meet up your questions, there are experienced hands there who can respond to your questions very quickly, so that you make it easier for me to look for fresh opportunities. Okay? Coach, please, what do you think about NSL Tech? Even this one, I've said it severally over and over. NSL Tech does not have a good fundamental. It's just there for traders who are reading charts and it's going up and down, and some people noticing the interest that people have in it, and they just need to make money. It's a dangerous play. You can get stuck there and lose a lot of money. We just need the foundation like you are doing, sir. Then we make our own research. Amarillo. Even the videos, I'm sure people don't watch. When you join the group, they forward the welcome message to the new sets of people who join with a video attached. You just go there, digest that video, 1 hour, and then it gives you a sound understanding of basic market operations, what to expect here and there. And then you follow the debate, the discussions going on. Then you build up, because everybody has their unique strategy, unless you don't want to. You will find that the way you make money in the market can be different from the way I make money, because we have different temperaments. Even the money we have comes at different times, at different frequencies. Our needs are also different. So your approach might not be the same with mine. And that's why everybody must not agree with my opinion. What I try to do, and every one of us, even in the group, is share our opinions and then we decide by ourselves what is best individually. That's the essence of making it a do-it-yourself club. Number one, no individual will come and now take money from you in the guise of helping you invest. There's no helping. We help ourselves. You know what the people always say, it's not in the Bible though, but it almost looks like it's a Bible word. It's not. They say heaven helps those who help themselves. You know? And then Warren Buffett said something to follow that. He said, like the Lord, the market helps those who help themselves. But unlike the Lord, it does not forgive those who know not what they are doing. Very apt. This market does not forgive those who know not what they are doing. Okay? So we try to help you to know what you are doing, because I cannot think like you in your circumstance when I have my own circumstance. But I can share certain information that is general, and that you can make up your mind. From there you move. You will be surprised that you get more results that suits you more than just following what I'm saying. Just add your little research and satisfy yourself. There is a conviction that comes with this thing. Once you get your own conviction about what to do, you are happy and everything just flows and you get results. Is the 1 million challenge 1 million naira or 1 million shares in a company? Chisoni, it's 1 million shares. In case you have not had any company up to 1 million shares of any company, this challenge is for you. And it is a deliberate attempt to force growth in terms of making you a multi-millionaire. I've given various instances. Most recently is eTransact. You would have bought eTransact even 9 naira just 2 months ago or so. I shared that information here yesterday. And now it's even trading at 17 today. So the 1 million shares you used 9 million naira to buy is now 17 million. Multi. But 6 months ago, it was around 5 naira per share, 6 naira per share. I think 6 naira 60 kobo. All you needed was 6.6 million. You would have taken 1 million shares that time. And now 17 million is what that money is today. Just 6 months ago. So we are seeing the opportunity ahead of time. We don't want to be those set of people who will go on social media and say, if you bought Bitter Glass from January, now you would have bought at 50 naira per share, now it's 450, 750% gain. All those things, I am saying they are stories. You will just keep celebrating things that you didn't participate in, and because there was no knowledge. We have the knowledge. Now let's force it to happen for us, so that when they will start saying, if you bought Chams 1 year ago when it was 3 naira, now it is 15 naira per share. So you have gained 950%. It will be a song to them. It will be a reality to us. Do you get the point now? I've told you severally how I bought NACO 9 naira. And that was 3 years ago. That NACO is 107 naira now. So if I was in your life 3 years ago and I announced to you I bought NACO 9 naira, maybe you would have bought 1 million naira. NACO would have been 9 million naira. Now it's 107 million equivalent. Tell me which inflation or devaluation of currency can meet up with such growth. That's the kind of growth I want you to experience, not to read about. We are tired of reading about things that is not happening to us. We want it to happen to us. And so when I see somebody say, I've completed my 1 million challenge, fantastic. Please note, we are not of the same, they say life is in phases, men are in sizes. Leave your size per time. You may not be able to do instantly 1 million, but you can actually do it after a while. It could take you 6 months to complete 1 million shares of a company, no problem. You may be a civil servant who doesn't earn too much, or a student. It doesn't mean that you must gather 1 million shares today. Maybe you have never had 100,000 shares of any company at all. Well, right now, your own 1 million challenge means gather 100,000 shares of a particular company. That's still 1 million challenge. In the end, you have been forced to leave that level you've been in terms of your financial growth. Because that NACO is now paying 5 naira something kobo per share as dividend. Almost 300% of the cost of the stock 5 years ago. I bought 3 years ago. NACO was 2 naira 5 years ago. The same NACO. So, for instance, they paid 5 naira 93 kobo or so dividend. That's for somebody who bought 1 million shares 5 years ago with 2 million naira. You have received dividend of 5.9 million, and you will carry that 5.9 million and go and buy another 1 million shares of a stock selling for 5 naira something. For instance, UPDC was selling for around 3 naira something. About the time they paid the dividend in May, talking about NACO, you would have just carried that dividend, secure another 1 million shares of a good penny stock, and sit down and wait. Come on, say money is easy to make. It must enter and stick in the brain. Money is easy to make. Say it, money is easy to make. Enough of theory, left, right, and center. It's time to really get it right. And that's why we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm seeing your money is easy to make right now. Coach, they bust my head with money bright. If that is what it takes, then so be it. But by all means, this life is easier. So in the end, you now ask yourself, so what are people killing themselves for money for? Because it's easy to make. Good day, coach. Please, what's the current state of Vitafoam? Vitafoam is looking attractive lately. Yesterday it showed some signs of jumping above 80. Let's see what it is right now. Vitafoam currently 618,000 bids versus 789,000 offers. It's dropped a little from the 82 it closed yesterday. It's down to 81 naira 10 kobo. But I think that there's some level of attention going back there. Usually that's what happens when it jumps and then dilly-dallies around a particular level for a long while. This eventually gets into another upward movement. Aside being a wealth coach and a prophet, our coach now motivational speaker, see flows now. Oh my God, OJ will not finish me here. Okay, so that's it. Good afternoon. What do you think about custodian investment? Lucky Oswani. Custodian is the best insurance company listed on the stock exchange in terms of performance, and that justifies the price tag of being the most expensive insurance stock in the stock market right now. In any case, for me, I will feel that it is already late to join that party. That's what I think. Good afternoon, coach. Should I sell international breweries and WEMA or hold? Well, international brewery will soon be coming to the market. Every other brewery company actually needs to raise some level of capital to clear some of their debts and keep the business floating, expanding, But whether or not you should sell it is another question entirely. Did you invest for the long term? And are you in good profit? If you are, you can change direction. No, there's no law stopping that. For WEMA also, they all depend on how much you bought them. But if you are trying to rebalance your portfolio and you are in very good profit, you can move on. Because in the end, there's no need having too many stocks at the same time. Hi coach, how can I join the World Club? But I don't use Instagram to send a DM. Dio Mathoni. You can make a comment requesting it on my YouTube video, the latest YouTube video. Just go there and pass it, make a comment. It's difficult for me to be on all platforms, and that's why I always advise, please send me messages on Instagram so I can stay focused and find time to still look for opportunities. For instance, like I said, yesterday I mentioned to you that there are stocks in the US that pays dividend weekly. You have not seen anything yet. By the time I finish with you, you'll be amazed. There are stocks, I repeat, there are stocks in the US market that pays weekly dividend. Don't expect capital gains from those stocks, but weekly dividend, every Thursday, they pay you dividend. They are mostly ETFs. Weekly dividend. Does it cost money to join the Wealth Club? Absolutely free, sir. Absolutely free. Just open it up, download Discord app. It's like WhatsApp. It's a social media app for texting, for group chats, and so on. So download, install, and then register your own personal account. Those are the security measures to keep you safe. And then before the link I'll send to you works, and the link expires from time to time. So if you want, send me a DM. It's free. You join the club, you see what we are doing, you like it, you learn from it, and then ask your questions. Feel free to get updates and information outside the live stream. We are building a solid community that is really thriving, I can tell you for free. Those guys, those ladies, they are awesome. Now, the strength of a community is when even the visionary or the founder is not around. They can keep discussions going on intelligibly. 1 month, if I'm not available to comment, the group is just flowing. No distractions, no politicking, no religion, just focused on what we are there for. So that's what you need. Find yourself in a circle where everybody is challenged to progress. Somebody posted he did 1 million challenge. Guess what stock he chose? He did on 7 stocks or 8 stocks. GT Bank is one of them. As high as 94 naira per share, or 92 whenever he did it. So when you see things happen, you will be like, wow, I've been playing here. Nothing motivates more than when you see action. Please, what amount of shares can I buy to average down on 6K shares? I don't understand your question, Yemik. It's not what they can calculate here because you need the price. Entry price, current price, whether it's worthy of, and then quantity of shares, total amount spent. It's not what can be solved during a live stream. Good day, coach. Please, I didn't receive dividend from Transcorp. Okay, I've responded to that. I don't know. It looks like Instagram is even pushing back comments I have already responded to. Which platform can we use to view live bids and offers? Well, it depends on your broker. I don't know any other platform. I use Atlas Portfolios, or if you use Morgan Capital Group, they use about the same platform to do this. Coach, what's the best price to buy Chams and Qtix now in Kelmabi? In Kelmabi, currently, Chams is at 3 Naira 40 Kobo currently. That will buy you Chams almost immediately. Okay, the seller, Chams offloader, is in the market today. 24 million offers of Chams in the market versus 3.7 million bids. So you understand what I mean? Maybe he was absent from the market yesterday, and so there was not that much supply, and then it went on full bid. But you know what? Even these sort of regular supplies will dry up. We know how this thing happens. That's the case also with Aradel. There's been a supplier who has been selling down Aradel for so long, and we're just standing by and waiting for when the person is done. Then the scarcity begins. So understand this and know peace. Don't go and fall for selling off what you should be holding. Okay? And then for Qtix, 3 Naira 63 Kobo. Qtix seems to be picking up, you know. Yesterday it closed at 358, today is 363. Offer just 2.8 million versus 6.4 million bids. So the bids are more than the offer, more than double the offers, and that says a lot. How long it lasts, we don't know, and that's the thing with penny stocks. The prices can easily be crashed when they try to rise, but it's a matter of time. The only reason why it makes you look like, okay, this thing is not moving or this thing is stagnant and so on, is because you're always on the chart every day. Take a look at the 6 months or 1 year chart after now. Then you know that the daily fluctuations really doesn't matter over a long period of time. That's why we try to identify the best stocks to buy and stay in them. In 6 minutes, the lines will be open on TikTok, and I want to advise, please don't wait till towards the end to start calling and lining up. Call early enough, ask your questions, we'll deal with it. We have 1 full hour to receive calls. If you wait till 15 minutes time and then we have 17 people waiting to be picked up, it becomes difficult and appears as though we have not managed our time well. NG Soya says, Coach, when you said swing trading on PRSO, what did you mean? Okay. Contrary to what we know as day trading, which means you buy a stock today, you sell it in few seconds, few minutes, few hours after buying, but on the same day, basically to gain profit from this price spikes or volatility. Swing trade, on the contrary, is a stock you buy to hold for more than 1 day. You can hold, buy today, sell tomorrow, buy today, sell 1 week later, buy today, sell a month later, or 3 months later, even 6 months later. That's swing trading. The whole idea is you are buying low to sell higher later. How quickly that happens, you don't know, but you are sure it's not a day trade, and you are not staying long term. You want to keep making money out of it. That is a much more peaceful way to trade foreign stocks, because you see that day trade, danger. That's why I don't encourage people to go in there. You go in at your own risk. I keep sharing because there are some very experienced traders who do it, lose money, don't complain, and make money also. But if you are just coming in and you want to day trade, your money will clear off and you will complain. So it begins with just staying calm and buying to sell higher later for swing trading. That's what I meant. So PRSO, I was waiting. It's a swing trade recommendation. I personally spotted. I was waiting to pull back. I wanted it around the $1 region. As at the time I posted about it, was $1.30 something or so. So let's see where it is right now. $1 and below is perfect. Okay. Now it's rather gained yesterday, though it's at $1.23 now in pre-market, losing 1% pre-market. But it closed yesterday $1.25. And that yesterday gained 5%. So in the last 5 days, it gained 10%. In the last 1 month, it gained 40%. So if I bought 1 month ago, I would have sold, because for me, my swing trades, if I see 40%, I sell. 30% sometimes I sell and look for another opportunity. That's the way it works. Foreign stocks, unless I'm going long term, maybe I can buy a stock and decide, look, I want to hold, I want to swing trade, and then it shoots to 100. I go back again to check the fundamentals and check the latest development, news about the company, projections, and everything based on what's on ground. Does it eventually change to a long-term stock? If it does, I don't sell, I hold on. That's the way it works. So that way, you don't, because of how volatile the foreign market is, you can see 100% gain wiped out in 1 day. And you begin to ask yourself, why didn't I take that 100% or 60% gain? Suddenly something happens, everything crashes again. And I want to inform us, the US market just hit the highest, S&P 500 hit the highest milestone ever. That's a signal that a bubble is in the air and it could go bust anytime. So be careful with your foreign portfolios. I need you to know that this kind of milestone is also a signal that anything negative can now happen. Okay, so trade cautiously, and that's why you shouldn't chase after stocks. Most of the AI companies, if the stock market crashes, will be affected. Artificial intelligence and technology stocks are most exposed to any kind of market crash now in the US market. However, there are still other stocks that will maybe offer some level of safety. You know, consumer staples, for instance, will continue to be in business and sell no matter what. So when there is a market crash also, there are still stocks to find depending on what circumstances of the economy or the world geopolitical environment is experiencing. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 p.m. is upon us when we shall be taking your calls on TikTok right away. So let's go. Abdullah is our first caller. Let's hear Abdullah. Hello, Abdullah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Please tell us
Good
where
afternoon.
you are streaming from.
I'm Abdullah and I'm streaming from Qatar.
Thank you very much, Abdullah from Qatar. Go ahead.
Yes, Coach, please, I have two things I want clarification about.
Okay.
First, last week I deposited 1 million naira into my Atlas account with the hope of buying on Thursday, with the hope of buying Chams for the 1 million stock challenge. I want to start from there first.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the price skyrocketed and I was unable to get the stock as of Thursday, Friday. So until now, I see the way I'm seeing Chams. I don't think with the price, I don't think I can go into it for now. So I want to ask, should I go for another stock or I wait for Chams to still drop? This is one. Secondly, with Atlas, I tried to open a minor account for my daughter since on Thursday, and until now I haven't received any. I was told within 78 hours, but until now the account has not been opened.
Okay, I think they explained that difficulty they were facing um, at CSCS. You know, it's not something they open on their own alone. They go through CSCS to generate your CHN number, I mean CSCS number and all that. That perhaps would still have been subsisting. That's the reason why you may not have. Every stockbroker is excited to open an account quickly for any customer, but they must follow the procedures, otherwise the account is fake. And so whenever there is a glitch on CSCS portal, they get stuck with that process until it's cleared. I've checked again just now to see if they are in this live stream. They are not. Otherwise, they would have added their voice to this regarding the account for your daughter. But this is me actually commending you for even taking that step. And most importantly, she's young, meaning the delay will not deny her. Do you get my point?
Yes, sir.
It won't deny her that opportunity. They will still sort it out. Her account will be open. I just thank God for you and the fact that you have that thought for your child.
Thank you so much, sir.
Then, on your question about whether you should wait for Chams, I am thinking if Chams is your choice, just like I said, whenever that bulk seller of Chams is in the market, we have all sorts of supplies of Chams, and that means the price doesn't jump the way it was jumping yesterday. For instance, maybe sometimes this delay can be a blessing in disguise. It has happened to me on various platforms. You pay money in, it's not coming, you are very eager to buy a particular stock, it's running, and then at the time the money comes, the stock price didn't go far, it even dropped afterwards. That's what we are seeing now with Champs. Yesterday's hype in the market has been punctured. Currently 3 naira 39. The stock itself is struggling to still stay up there, but the supplier is not done. So every time there is so much supply, that's hope for those who haven't bought to still take position, because some people must have chased it yesterday and bought at 3 naira 57, only to now come this morning to see that 339. So I am thinking, just wait a while and see what happens between now and Friday. Should it go lower than 339, to buy.
Thank you so much, Coach. That will
Thank
be
you very
awesome.
much.
Thank you so much for the encouragement and thank you for the motivation because it's really helping a lot. May
Thank
the
you.
good Lord be with you and bless you.
Amen.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So the following shall be the next set of callers: Yeti Berry, Peter Adibeli, and Man Like Dawn. Let's go. Keep your environments quiet. Let's have a great conversation. While that connection is going on, Sir Amcolet says, I bought at 316 10 minutes ago. Wow, awesome. That's how low it dropped before we are now seeing one tiny bid at 3 naira 20 kobo as the highest bid. So the person just sold down heavily and is now waiting for bid prices to rise again. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Perhaps this was a misdialed call. So we go on to Peter Adibeli. Okay, so CNIF is trying to pick up a little bit. We'll see how far it goes. While we're waiting for calls to maximize the time here, we proceed to Good afternoon, coach. I want to buy more custodian stock. How much do you think I should enter? Percy Philip, if you are still interested in custodian, let me see what the situation is there. It's currently 44 naira 50 kobo. I think that you can still manage to. Wow, the bids are so much compared to the offers. 1.1 million bids of custodian versus 31,000 offers. This custodian is quite a hot cake. Yesterday it was 40.75. Today, as we speak, it's 44.50. Thank you so much. I know I'm seeing the gifts there. I don't even know how these giftings on TikTok works, but you guys are so dedicated to giving. Really appreciate. Adebayo says, I really need a broker. Well, brokers need you, seriously. So feel free. Did we mistakenly drop Yeti Berry? Okay, let's see. Since the other call did not connect. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, coach.
Okay, tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Yetunde from Cairo.
Yetunde from Cairo. Thank you for joining. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Please, I have 100,000 naira, and I don't know the kind of stock to buy with it. I already pay into the Atlas accounts.
Is this your first stock to attempt buying?
Yes, it's my first.
Okay, Yetunde. Let's see what could be good for you. Yetunde, buy Fidelity Bank.
Fidelity at what rates?
20 naira something. Let me check what the price is currently. It's currently 20.95. Place a bid at 20.90 or even 20.70. Yes. All right. Would that be all?
Okay. Nice. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Right. Yemik is our next caller. While we're trying to connect with Yemik, we could still take on some comments. What can you say about Presco PLC? Well, Presco is just waiting for the next good news. Basically, solid stock, raising very high over the past few months, and now just slowing down and holding on. Hello, Yemik. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, coach.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Aina Yemisi. Can you hear me?
Your environment is too noisy. Please, can you leave the place?
Okay.
But you were told to, you were asked to keep your environment quiet. I don't understand why we don't stick to advice. Otupon Perry is next. Afterwards, we speak with Charles Brain. Hello, sir. Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach. My name is Gerald.
It's good to hear your voice, Gerald.
You too, sir. Thank you. And I'm calling from Canada.
Thank you, Gerald from Canada. Go ahead.
So please, I have a question. Today I was looking at Tantalizer because that's where I want to do my 1 million challenge. I looked at I was looking for updates on how they have been doing, but I couldn't find any online. So I went to see their financial report for June 30th. Well, I saw that their losses are going down, and then also they are investing. They have more money going into investment and paying back their borrowings. So I'm kind of thinking if I should go in at the current price or I should wait for a pullback, and what would be an ideal price that you will suggest one can go in.
Okay, if you were here a while ago, some days ago, I also mentioned tantalizers, but I said I wanted to see what progress they are making behind the scenes. First key sign to look out for is their efforts at paying off debts while expanding the business. And if you have found that, then it's only a matter of time. Now, waiting till the third quarter result could be a 50-50 situation. And that's what I think you should do. I'm also watching it, but I want to be sure that the recovery is closer than I am thinking. Otherwise, the Nigerian investing public, they have no patience with you. And should the result now bring about a negative reaction, then that makes it cheaper after the result is published. Question is, will the market be able to see it even if they see loss? Will they be able to view that loss as a progress because the loss effectively was reduced compared to the previous year? That also depends on how much the media covers to that extent. So it's a 50-50 situation whether to wait and buy after the results or buy now, because there will not be any much thing exciting. Again, they could just come up with progress report of what they have done and achieved. And if that is bought by the market, then the price is likely to gain further. These are the scenarios before us. I've mentioned to somebody, even privately, that I want to see how far with this company because they are looking like good enough for that 1 million challenge. But that rise from last year to where they are now has not been justified. And it's because of the news of the new ownership. So we now need to justify it. But should it drop, then it will be good. Then, of course, if there's a market slide towards November, December, that could be another fantastic time because mostly these penny stocks are worse hit when the market is depressed. So somebody might have accumulated it when it was 1 naira 50 kobo, and then it's looking like, okay, it's 2 naira now, and that's the one that is more profitable for the person to sell. That time, it becomes a buyer's market, and sellers are under pressure to sell at any price. So these are the possible scenarios regarding tantalizers for your 1 million challenge. Remember also, 1 million challenge is not time bound per se, that it must happen immediately. No. You enter the market with all sorts of strategies. You want to wait, watch, calculate, stay patient, and strike at the best time. Are we together?
Sir, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, go on to the next caller, Mike. After Charles Brain, then Mike. Please keep your environment quiet.
Good morning, Coach.
Good afternoon from here. Tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Charles. I'm calling from Ghana.
Charles from Ghana, we are glad to have you.
Please, I need recommendation. I want to buy 2 stocks for the 1 million challenge each. So I'm looking at Chams for the 1 million challenge and Jay's Bank. So I don't know if it's right, if it's okay. I want to buy each of them 1 million to make it 2 million for the challenge. So I don't know if it's a good idea.
Chams and what?
Jay's Bank.
They are good options. Yes, they are. No argument.
So I'm skeptical about the Jays because I've been looking at the record of Jays. They are not growing fast like that. But somebody recommended it for me.
Well, that's one thing with the banking sector as well. Because of the heavy regulation there, capitalization here and there, they are almost always forced to increase capital base, in the process producing more shares over and over. But that may not happen too soon after now. In the
So
end,
what other stuff
I
do you recommend?
I said something about conviction. Just get your own personal conviction and everything will be okay. And then you follow your instinct.
So do you have any better option from the Jay's Bank? Which should be a better option?
If you listen up to yesterday's video, we mentioned various possible options to pick from. We started by mentioning Academy Press, QTix, Chams, Cornhole. If this was 3 months ago, e-transact, but now that one is a 17 naira stock. UPDC, the tantalizer we're discussing, ROT Briscoe, we mentioned quite a lot. So you just make up your mind and pick.
Okay. And this Atlas portfolio, I opened this about last 2 months ago. So I funded it a little because I'm used to using what they call it, coronation, sorry.
Coronation, okay.
So this time around, I want to invest. I want to buy the stocks from the Atlas portfolio. So I've been searching for the account number where I would fund the portfolio, but I'm not getting it.
Okay, they must have sent you an email earlier.
Yes, they sent me an email, but that was like 3 months ago. So I've been searching my mail. I don't know if I deleted it or
Okay, you
something.
can't find it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you can ask for it on the group, in our group chat.
On this group chat?
Are you on our Discord group?
No, I'm not there.
Okay.
But I would like to join though.
Okay, send me a DM on Instagram. I'll forward the link to you to join. The reason why I said let them send to you from the group so that everybody is seeing it. It's open. It's not private chat. I'm also not saying come, let me send you by DM. You know, anything can happen. Even if you are supposed to see the account name of anybody you are sending money to, right?
Yes.
We want the thing to be shared in public. We're about 3,440 something members of that group right now. So when you ask that question and anybody drops it there, others who are there can see it in public to know whether they are giving you the right one or not. Even you who is trying to transfer, you can be able to see that the account name is Atlas before you ever transfer. You get the point now. We are trying to be as discreet as possible, as honest with everybody as possible. So that they don't use this one to say, bring, let me deposit for you. No. If you want to do a transfer, whatever is shared in the group, you check, is it Atlas? Yes, then you go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Mike is our next caller. Hello, Mike. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Coach. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Please, where are you streaming from?
I'm streaming from UK.
Thank you, Mike from the UK. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. So my question is, what can you advise for UBA Treasury?
How do you mean UBA Treasury?
Yes, I'll try to invest on UBA. Treasury.
I still don't understand. UBA stocks or you want to invest in treasury bill.
Yeah, you're correct. Treasury bill, yes.
Treasury bills is not offered by UBA.
All right.
It's offered by the government. And there has to be a current treasury bill going on for you to participate, or you buy from the secondary market through your stockbroker.
Oh. I don't have any stockbroker. This is my first time to
Oh,
invest.
okay. No problems. I think that the first thing to do is to have foundational knowledge, which I'm able to share with you,
Right.
also admit you into our Net Worth Investors Club. It's very important. The truth is, nobody was born a champion in anything.
Yes.
Everybody came naked and helpless, no idea what is happening. Only by training and determination, each person now started to be outstanding in whatever they do.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
you can come from any level of knowledge
Right.
and start getting the knowledge. We are excited to help you with that. And as
Okay.
you keep growing,
Yeah.
your money keeps growing. Because your money cannot grow beyond your knowledge level. You get the point?
Yes.
That's why some people, you have one lecturer who teaches a class of 20 students the same lecture notes, the same lectures. They attend the same lecture, sit down to write the same exam, the same questions asked everybody. But when the results are out,
Yeah.
you see somebody scoring 95, the other scoring 25. So,
Okay.
very simple. Send me a DM, follow me on Instagram, send me a DM. I will forward beginner guide video for you to understand capital market operations, everything before you even open your account. So I'll send you a video, then the link to open your account, then the link to join Net Worth Investors Club. So
Okay.
that beyond these 2 hours live stream,
Yeah.
you can easily continue to see discussions going on 24 hours. After the live stream, there's a market development, you will see it. People are chatting about it, both Nigerian stocks and foreign stocks.
All right. Okay. Okay. I will do that. I will send you email.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, we have a lot of callers. We've got to manage it very well. 11 requests. Let's see how we go. Bolaji Kuti and insist. Then reason with me. You are going to be the 3 next callers. Bolaji Kuti, insist. Then reason with me. Keep your environments quiet as we progress. First, Bolaji. So unfortunately, YouTube could not reconnect today for whatever reason. And so that is how today's live stream is now going to be uploaded from the TikTok handle. Tomorrow we go again. Hello, good afternoon. All right, that's a noisy environment we can't cope with. We go on to insist. Keep your environments quiet. Let's have a smooth conversation.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Ebuka. I'm streaming from Onitsha.
Ibuka from Onitsha. Thank you for joining. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for all you do. We really appreciate. Sir, I wanted to speak with the Atlas president, but it seems like she's not around.
Yes, they are not in today.
Okay, because We've been having a problem to register with Atlas almost for 3 weeks now. They keep telling us that they will get back to us, they'll get back to us, but it's almost 3 weeks and they've not been able to finish the registration.
Okay, sorry about that. Just like I explained, they might be having challenges also on other platforms that they normally have to use to complete the registration, which is CSCS. But I'm not the spokesman, so let's hope that they may be here tomorrow. If they join, then they'll be able to handle. Okay,
Thank,
so just stay patient. Thank you.
all right, thank you.
Okay, did I just speak to Reason with me now? Because I'm seeing Reason with me here again. All right, let's keep going with the callers. Arnold is next. Jason Momoa will follow. And then Yusuf Jumper next.
Hi, Coach. Can I be heard?
Hello, good afternoon. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Arnold. I'm calling from Calabar.
Arnold from
So,
Calabar, thank you for joining. Go ahead.
thank you very much for having me. So, I've got two things to talk about. First is on insurance stocks, and that's on custodian. Now, I know I've been following since I like to call it class since class started, and you had touched on custodian being a place not to dabble into at the moment. So I wanted to ask why, because I understand that one, it happens to be the best. This is for learning purposes now. It happens to be the best insurance stock, and then two, since insurance stocks are rallying, are building up, basically, doesn't it keep or put custodian in that right spot to grow in the long run? And secondly, my take is on GT. So I was listening to a financial podcast recently, and they talked about how GT was well, they had good things to say about it. Let me put it in that summarized context. But they had good things to say about it. So I wanted to inquire from you about how to know or how to study. They had, while they had a lot of things to say, they went into the metrics and went into the numbers, and it was quite hard to break down all that they said. Is there a way to always read a good stock, and by what do you read it? Is it by the PE ratio, or is it by the market value or the market volume, basically?
It's basically none of that. If you want to look at the numbers, then you have to have knowledge of understanding financial statements. And then you take the 5-year financial records and start looking out for revenue growth, profit growth, particularly return on invested capital, ROIC, trying to make sure that over the last 5 years, the return on invested capital of the company is doing at least 20% consistently, then it's a solid stock. Beyond just looking at earnings per share, because earnings per share gives you a story that could actually be manipulated. And beyond just the numbers, you need to also confirm the sincerity of the quality of management. Some company management or leaders are known to not be straightforward in creating value for investors. while some are completely sold out to creating perpetual value. Why? Because they are heavily invested in it as well. So there are so many things to look out for before you point at the company to say this one is solid. You also want to compare a company with its industry peers. So if I want to explain myself about why, even though Custodian is the best insurance company, but I am reluctant in recommending it, is because Custodian Insurance was before our very eyes at 19 naira per share just a few months ago. When the MD of Toyota Nigeria, who is already a board member, went in and bought 1 billion naira worth of shares, I publicized it. He got in at that 19 and 20 naira per share. So to see that stock rise over 100% before our very eyes and then still be recommending it means I have no experience in the market after 27 years. Usually, when a stock experiences such a rise, there is going to be some form of consolidation in the stock price. No stock rises perpetually upwards, right? So the danger in buying such a stock is what I'm preventing people from. Not that it's not good to buy. But if you know all this and you understand that there could be a sudden pullback, especially if the market decides to slide right now, those are the stocks that are going to easily be affected because people have made 100% under a short period, and they can easily sell off. You will now be stuck there wondering that you made a mistake. No, you didn't make a mistake. You saw the details of how solid it is and went in. But somehow, some way, circumstances happened and it became one of the major victims because it just experienced a major rise. That's why I am cautious in going ahead to keep recommending. There was a time I was recommending it without any form of restriction, but not now because I see other opportunities. I'll give you an instance of a company I've kept recommending here. Aradel has not left my lips. Why? Because it's remained at the same spot. Chams have not left my lips. Why? Because the more time we spend here and the stock remaining there, the more the chances for such stocks to balloon. So I want to put you in more like a rocket launcher instead of jumping into something that is about to plummet. That is if the market slides at any time, because no one can time the market. Do you get the point now? I don't know if he's still in there, but I hope I've made
Yeah,
myself clear.
yes. Yes, it's very clear. Thank you very much, coach.
Thank you very much. I don't know if it's reason with me I called in, but I'll get back to you. Let's hear from Jason Momoa. Thank you very much, Lucky. God bless. I appreciate your giftings there. Coach, good afternoon, please. Is it possible to have a fake CSCS and CHN number? It will only be fake if it's not direct from CSCS. And then it will only be fake if the CHN is not direct from your legitimate stockbroker, honestly. For instance, now Call Me John is asking, is e-transact a good buy? It was a good buy some few months ago. Let me check the charts and remind us. I said it here. I even made a post. 3 months ago, e-transact was 6 naira per share. It was a good buy then. Now it's 17. Is it a good buy now? No, you are late to the party. That's exactly what I'm saying. Does it mean the company fundamentals are bad? No, the fundamentals are still intact, but entry price, too late. You will now have to be a bag holder if the market slides, or you now have to wait through a consolidation period when the market, the price doesn't move for a long while before it starts making progress, especially if there is further commensurate announcement. Okay. I don't know what the challenge is, but these calls are not connecting. Let's see the next caller. Oh, next caller is raising with me. What about Vitafoam, sir? I think I mentioned Vitafoam when we started today's live stream that it's looking great. Things are looking up. Let's see how much Vitafoam is now and what the bid and offer is. Okay. Vitafoam, 81 naira 45 kobo, down from 82. The bids are now less than the offers for Vitafoam. Good morning, coach. Can I use RT Briscoe and M benefit for the 1 million challenge? Ikembe benzoic. If that is your choice, why not? Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, Coach. Good afternoon.
Yes, please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Ochie, and I'm calling from Jos Plateau State.
Ochie from Plateau. Thank you for joining. We're glad to have you. Please go ahead.
Yes, Coach. Coach, thank you so much for all you do. God is only God that will be able to reward you, but I just want to say thank you first of all before I go on. Coach, while I joined, I got in when you were talking about something about a class. I didn't quite get the details. I wanted to be sure if you're running a class and how to join the class. That is the first question. The other question is, I hear you talk a lot about what's the word now? Something down, trickling down or leveling down, averaging down.
Average.
Yes. Yes. So my question is, I've been trying to understand what that means. I know you've explained that it means if you had bought stocks at a high rate and then you find opportunity to now buy at a lower rate, so you buy so that your average cost goes down. My question is, if the average cost goes down, how does it balance? Because does it mean that you'll now have more stocks because if I bought maybe for example, I bought GT Bank at 93 at 90 thereabout or so at a time, and then let's say GT now becomes 80 and I buy and my average down, but I bought at a high rate. So what the extra money now that if my average now goes to 80 against 90, the extra 10 naira, where does it go to? I don't know if you understand my thinking.
Okay, you're
Does it
only
increase
you're only thinking of your gains. Okay, let me do this. Assume that you bought 5,000 GT Bank at 90 naira per share. That would have costed you 450,000 naira. Now, you now saw GT Bank again selling at 80 naira per share, less than the 90 you bought. Then you go ahead to buy again. 80 naira times another 5,000 shares, 400,000. Your average entry price has been forced below the initial 90 naira. Remember, you are buying low to sell higher. So you should be focused on lowering your cost, your entry price at all times. And that's what informs us trying to bid lower than the market, trying to wait till Friday to buy some stocks, and anything trying to buy more stocks in November, December, because that's when prices are lower. So you're buying it the second time at 80, eventually effectively lowers your initial 90 naira entry price. Remember, if you stayed at 90, didn't buy again, GT Bank must come back to 90 before you hit break even. Then it must go above 90 before you are in profit. But the fact that you bought one batch 90 and one batch 80 means your average entry price will now be 80 plus 90 divided by 2, giving you 85. So based on the second purchase, your new average cost is now down to 85 and not 90. Meaning, should GT recover from the 80, touch 85, you are already breaking even. This is exclusive of commissions added, just for academic purpose. Once GT climbs to 86, you are automatically in profit for the first time, so that you didn't need to wait till it gets to 90 before you start counting profits. That's the wisdom in averaging down. When a stock you want to take a long-term position in looks like it has dropped below your initial price and you have money to buy more, you effectively are now buying it at 85 naira. So you have lowered the 90 that you bought it by that action of averaging
Okay.
down.
So if I understand, that means my cost per share will now become 85 and not 90.
Absolutely, especially
All right.
following the exact pattern, as in because it also is a matter of the number of shares you buy as well. If you
Yeah.
buy too
Okay.
few, then it may not be as low as 85. But the truth is, once you buy more lower, that initial 90 is no longer your entry price. So you have effectively lowered your average cost price per share.
All right. Oh, beautiful. Coach, last question. I've been struggling about 1.5 million on mutual funds, and I've been trying to push myself to get it out because I feel like it's not giving me that kind of profit that I'm looking for. So I've been struggling to say, okay, I want to pull it out and put it in shares for the long haul, of course, because I know that, like you mentioned, even if it is 1 naira or 2 naira for a million naira, that doubles it, or that kind of a thing. I know, I think I know what you're going to tell me, but I just want to hear you, just your advice. At the end of the day, I know it's my decision. Do you think I should that money and put it in stock?
You know my response. Mutual fund is a lazy way of growing money. It just frustrates you if you compare with what you are likely to benefit putting that money in the stock market. So
Okay.
get your money to work harder and let it stop being lazy where it is.
All right.
Yes, that
Thank
will
you
be
so much,
all.
Coach. Thank you. I appreciate.
All
God
right.
will continue to
Thank you
increase and
very
bless you.
much.
Thank you.
Amen. God bless you too. Next caller is Jason Momoa. Aradel gaining 550 naira today, currently 550 per share. It looks like the call to Jason failed. So we go on. Next caller shall be Elixir Vien and then Desmond. After Desmond, Ambiver. Elixir, you are our next caller. There are comments I need to take? Check. A fake account of Wealth Coach Omiete just joined the live stream. That's the criminal we are talking about. Wherever you are listening to me, if you don't stop this criminal attitude of trying to lure people out of this place, since you have time to join the live stream but have decided to do evil with it, you are getting closer to a bigger evil if you don't stop. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Tell us your
My,
name and where you're streaming from.
my name is Vivian. I'm streaming from Greece.
Vivian from Greece. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining. Are you in
Thank you very much.
Athens?
Yes, I'm in Athens.
Awesome. We're glad to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Yesterday, I came in contact with your live stream, so I have been following you since yesterday. Recently, about 2 months ago, a relative introduced me into stock. So I made a budget to invest 150 every month for stock. So within these 2 months, I got few stocks from I shared them among the Genies, UBA, Fidelity, MTN, Universal, GTCO, and Alaska. But just Universal and MTN that has been doing well within these 2 months. So I'm planning on to increase. I want something stable, something that is good in it, that I can continue to invest this money on a monthly basis. I don't think the other ones, because those ones, ever since I bought them, they have really not been doing well. I'm thinking I should just ignore them and concentrate on just MTN and Universal, or I should get something else. So you have ideas.
First of all, you need to also increase your knowledge base and join the Network Investors Club. I love the determination in your voice. You've already started working even before getting proper direction. So we just need to now keep you a bit more focused. When you decide to invest on a monthly basis on a stock, there is likely to be price fluctuation, sometimes higher than what you started with, sometimes in the early stages lower than what you started with. But it's a very good strategy to build. Also, to avoid over diversification, it's good that you want to concentrate on some stocks. A few points to note: you need a stock that will also keep giving you dividends when it's due for dividend payment. So I would advise you stack up on a stock like Zenith Bank. If you start buying Zenith today, you will even qualify for the dividend due next month. That's how close it gets. In May, they will also pay dividend. The same with a stock like Aradel. The same with a stock like Fidelity. But because of the frequency of your capital injection and the time frame and the amount involved, you may want to just limit yourselves to just a few, concentrate on building them. But at some point, they may now become too pricey to continue. Then you look for other options. But first, to give you the balance you need in knowledge sharing, send me a DM. Follow me on Instagram and send me a DM requesting for the beginner guide video. I'll forward it to you. You will understand within 1 hour exactly what's happening in the stock market. With that knowledge, you can start making informed decisions. I will just send you, including a request to join Network Investors Club. Once you do that, you join. Outside the 2 hours, you can always see charts going on. You follow, you learn. It will boost your knowledge base. And then before you know it, you will forget it's not been long you started.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure. I am very excited when I see fellow well-thinking, progressive Nigerians from all across the world legitimately looking to make money. And then I get very offended when I find criminals who should use the time that we are spending to get knowledge here to learn for themselves, but rather on a mission to defraud. Whoever is in this live stream right now, that criminal that goes about using my DP to deceive and lure people, looking for who to steal from again, you are a disgrace not only to Nigerians, but to mankind. There are over 3,400 members of Network Investors Club. They are all sincere Nigerians, but you go about destroying our image and causing us all sorts of untold pain in the Committee of Nations. Try and attempt to travel abroad and you will see the terrible reputation your activities have caused. Visa cancellations here and there, frustration. They treat Nigerians as criminals, even before knowing who they are. It's the result of what you are doing. Who told you you are the poorest person? Who told you you are the most desperate person that is looking for money? And you can't find any legitimate way to do it. You have come here to come and to steal. You have failed. Please, everyone, listen. This is the reason why I don't follow you. Let the individual hear me now. I've gone to check through the attendance. I didn't find that individual. I would have blocked you here again. You know, you have come to look for who to steal from, but I'm announcing to you, everybody, I don't follow you back, not because of pride, but because of your safety. If I follow you, you will think I'm the one chatting you when this criminal will come and start introducing you into things and links that will lead you to spending money. We are here to make you grow your money, not to lose your money. So this is a warning. Please stay on the alert. I will reply your message if you send to me first, but I will not be the first to come to your DM and start asking how you are doing. I don't have that time. Okay? So if we spend our time, efforts, and energy to try to create platforms for people to get better, I don't see a reason why one criminal will come out and say, no, you must make money out of it. Go and create your platform and steal if you like, and not come here to continue to lure people away to put them in financial pain. Don't you see that we are all looking for money? Are you the only one looking for money? And we are exchanging life-changing ideas here, sharing such opportunities. You can't, your brain has been turned upside down. You have no sense to do it the right way. You will soon meet your Waterloo wherever you are, carrying people's picture. You don't know whose picture you are carrying and doing those things. You don't know me. You are playing. Well, please, no one should be a victim. That's why Net Worth Investors Club is a do-it-yourself club. You know, nobody will come and ask you to bring money. We are not selling crypto, because I've heard several reports about how that individual goes about sharing crypto app and telling people to please, please, and please. Nobody's asking you for your money. We are connecting you direct to the stockbrokers. You transfer money, it drops in your account. They pay dividend, it comes to your account. It is not Net Worth Investment Club. It's not investments. It's not a company. It's a club, investors club. We are investors. I am an investor. We are all coming together to share ideas on how to grow our money. We go back and invest by ourselves. That's why it's a do-it-yourself club. If it takes us the whole day to explain this, to save you from losing money, we will spend the time. But for that criminal to see anybody to steal from here, foul, you lost it. We are not quick to look for money through the shortcut. There is no shortcut. Any money you make through shortcut, you will lose it and even go down for it if you are not careful. All right? So please, everybody stay on the alert. It is for your protection. It's a do-it-yourself club. Everything you do directly, you just take the knowledge and go. Even if you are not here anymore, even if you can't see my account anywhere else, at least you have learned something from me. You can go ahead and flourish. But to now fall victim again, it means you have not been listening. That's the truth, because I've done everything. We've reported these accounts severally. We've blocked and blocked severally. But the social media platforms, of course, most of it are robots. They don't know what is happening. They're not even reading these things. And so you can't blame them. But how about us? For instance, somebody was defrauded about 600,000. And I asked the question, what account did you send the money to? He mentioned the name. An individual's account name. With all what we have been doing here, you are still saying, they say send to an account. You checked to the point of transfer, you are seeing a local Nigerian person's name, and you still send the money. Something's wrong. These are all organizations that you are dealing with, and the stock market is regulated. So let's get this right. Now we have only 4 minutes because of distractions like this. In any case, as long as it keeps you safe, it's better. Look at the comments there. They keep disturbing people. That's what you spend your time to do, to defraud people. You are digging your grave, you are not aware, and you are leaving behind generational curses for your children if you don't know. They've given the country such a bad image. You can't go out and be proudly Nigerian because everybody looks at you like a fraud. Even fellow Africans are now demeaning Nigerians. Go to Ghana, go to Kenya, go to South Africa. All sorts of embarrassing situations because of few Nigerians who won't use their brain. You can't go to Africa, you can't just go and feel free anywhere because of all this mess. And there are just a few. Whereas there are more progressive and great Nigerians everywhere. But no, the few criminals will keep giving us that bad name. I think enough is enough. I don't know. This kind of things really gets me offended. Well, we have just 3 minutes. We couldn't connect with Jason. He's still there. Let's try to see if we can connect again. Please, everybody, maintain your dignity. People will know you for who you are. Nobody can give you a bad name.
This is TLR.
Hello, good afternoon.
This will mad people.
Well, Sadiq is our next caller. Unfortunately, Sadiq goes off just when I was going to contact Sadiq. Wealth 003. After Wealth 003, UBA Exchange will be the next caller. Too many things to do to make money. They will not. They said they want to give you a bad name. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, sir.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Latifa. I'm streaming from the UK.
Latifa from the UK, we are excited to have you. Please go ahead.
Right, thank you, sir. Sir, 2 weeks ago, I was on a live stream where people were discussing about how Nigerians in diaspora can invest back home, and they were talking about stocks and shares. And a guy came up and recommended your page on that live stream, and so I went on Instagram to follow you on that day, and on TikTok as well, because I've been trying to go into stock and shares as well, but I'm very, very new to it. So I really don't know much about it. But I have downloaded Trading 212 and I've done the verifications. Also, I downloaded Bamboo for Nigerian stocks. But every time I enter the Bamboo, it's always saying market's closed. So I really don't know what to buy. I don't know what to do, but I actually want to be doing something there every month.
Fantastic. You see, what I'm looking for is the passion to do this. Without guidance, you've already started making moves. That's all. Determination is the number one sign that somebody will succeed. The other thing is for the person to be guided. What you can do for yourself now, just send me a DM on Instagram. I will, beyond the steps you have taken, I will send you a link. You need to have a good idea, foundational knowledge about how the market operates. The foreign market is actually even different from the way the Nigerian market operates, but by and large, you are in a good place.
Okay.
This is what you do. Beginner guide video, Net Worth Investors Club. I'll send you those two links and then also advise you on what next to do with the accounts you have opened, right?
Okay.
And you can take the back seat when you join the Discord group. We are on Discord, over 3,400 members, cutting across Nigerians in diaspora, Nigerians in Nigeria, and even some foreigners. In fact, one of the executive members of the club is a foreigner, he's a Bulgarian. Okay? You can take a back seat, watch the discussions. By just being a part of it without even saying anything, your growth potentials will come alive because you have a passion in this thing and it can only get better. All right? I think we can just keep it that simple. On Instagram, please, because
All right.
I'm unable to go around all platforms to keep responding to messages. And so this is how I try to manage the situation. Please, Net Worth Investors Club, free. My YouTube channel, free. Today's live stream will also be uploaded. That's how we do it. It's supposed to be on live, but the technical team is telling me transmission is still not going on YouTube. So it's going to be uploaded after the live stream, say 6 p.m.
Okay.
Nigerian time. So that's how we function here. In the end, you can only be better than your financial situation when you started.
Okay, sir.
Nothing less. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, because I mentioned UBA exchange, I will take that call because it's already 2 p.m. Nigerian time when we call it a day. So let's see if we are able to connect with UBA exchange. Hello, good afternoon.
Good day, good day. I am greeting.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, please, could you speak a bit louder? Just a bit louder.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay.
Please tell us your name and where you're streaming
My
from.
name is Oba. I am from Brazil.
Oba from Brazil. We are glad to have you. Thank you very much for joining. Please go ahead.
Yes, I have been a follower for a very long time now.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Yes. I have a little question to ask, please. I
Okay.
use Trove. I use Africa 0, and I one other app, Chaka. I use. So I noticed some different from those apps. I made a request your advice, and I will like people to listen to your advice here. In my Trove, I do receive dividend direct to the Trove, but in the Chaka, I don't get dividend from Chaka. I am that kind crazy investor. I buy at will. I buy at any cost, and I don't buy to resell most times. I buy to keep. So I try to ask the customer care in Chaka, what happened? How can I get my dividend? They were telling me that I have to fill some form. They sent me a link and asked me to fill the form and take it to bank. So I laughed. I asked them, did they know the impact or the effect for people who are living outside Nigeria on this very advice? Because I know back in Nigeria, most people don't think of like one bottle of beer money can get you a share. You understand? But when you left the shore of Nigeria, you know value of money. That even a bottle of money can get you a share. It can make you a company owner, a part of a company owner. So I told them it's not working. How can I do this? So now, what I want to ask from your own best knowledge of profession is, how can I move my share from one company or from one app to another one that favors me?
Okay, because I teach what I practice, that may be difficult for me to respond to because I do not have the experience of moving from one app to the other. In any case, you as an investor, you have the right to move your stocks from one broker to another and so on. So the first process, the way to start it is, to start the process is you request for a share transfer from the broker you want to leave, the broker you want to go to. You ask that broker to give you a share transfer form that you want to move your shares to them. They'll give you a form you complete, send to them, and they will now proceed to interface with the broker you are trying to move away from. That's the process.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
When you are trying to, when you are advising us on people who are scamming people, please don't forget to mention most foreign nationals are using the loophole of security in Nigeria to lure our people. It's not only Nigerians scamming Nigerians now. Many foreigners are using our network to scam us, to scam our people back home. So please don't forget that when you are advising us. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we come to the end of today's meeting. I was particularly referring to the individuals using my DP. We know that scammers are all over the place, but we have overdone ours. And we know when Nigerians scam. Honestly speaking, even the bank details are Nigerian names. You call up a bank account that they send to you to send money for investment. It's an individual's name. So I was particularly referring to that. There is no argument at all that there are no scammers everywhere. In all nations, of all races and colors, there are scammers. But this one, we will not rest. And I got an information during this live stream that the person, that individual, is here as one of the participants on TikTok, right? So my rant about that situation was strictly directed at whoever it is that was doing this, to people who are looking for genuine means of growing their money. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an eventful one today. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Benita. Thank you, Maobi. I see your help on the comment section. Appreciate all of you for the likes, the shares, and the gifts. You are all touching lives by those actions, and together we can continue to pull through. Please, nobody should be discouraged. Don't also be afraid. Just be at the top of your game. Stay alert, and we can keep going forward. And then, of course, no one shall be a victim here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of today's live stream. Stayed up till 8 minutes beyond the normal time. I'd like to let you know it is my love for you that keeps me going and keeps me always coming back. Let's do it again tomorrow, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Apologies to our YouTube family. Eventually, network was switched, and in the process, we could not reconnect YouTube again. Otherwise, we would have stopped all streamings to do that. Tomorrow, it shall be better. So for today's live stream, before 6 p.m. Nigerian time, it will be uploaded on YouTube, especially to enable those in US, Canada, even in South America. For instance, Uba is in Brazil, so that they can be able to go through it. And for those of you who were at work, can take your time to go through it and take the lessons from there to better your portfolio. Until we meet again, this is me saying thank you very much. Have a great day and have a lovely